Now at 5, we have a record cold temperatures, which are going to be rotating in tonight. I'm going to have those details.
Plus, an update on road conditions across the area and local plumbers' advice for preventing and dealing with frozen pipes.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The snowfall is over, but it's left a mess behind. This is Joplin. Many of the streets here and in communities all across the 4 states are snow-packed. Some snow drifts have created impassable barriers, and the bigger threat now is the bitter cold. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. It's another alert day. In our coverage tonight, we're going to have an update on road conditions, look at the problem of frozen pipes, and how you can help protect your pets in this bitter cold. But first, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, super cold temperatures for us today, and that's going to be sticking around at least for the next couple days. At least we didn't get accumulating snow today. Flurries today for the season, we're at 18.5. Average is 12.5, so we have gone well above an average snow for us here in the 4-state area. Extreme cold warning. This is going to be in effect until the noon hour tomorrow, and temperatures, they're going to drop well below 0. We did clear out, so we have some sunshine right now, but clear skies, snowpack. We're sitting at about 9, 10, 11, 12 degrees right now, but those temperatures will continue to drop through the evening down to 2 by midnight, and we're going to approach -9, -10 later on tonight. We're going to be talking about a warm-up, though, here in a bit.
See you soon. The road conditions, they vary across parts of the 4 states, but they can still be treacherous. We're going to check in first with KOAM's Shannon Becker in Jasper County.
Here in Jasper County, in fact, Joplin, our busiest intersection here at 7th and Range Line, you're going to find the major roads mostly clear. State and county plows have been out, but even some major roads like 7th and Duquesne, you'll find packed snow leading up to traffic signals. You got to give yourself plenty of room to stop. In Carthage, the courthouse is closed for the 2nd day, and finding normal streets like River, they're not clear. This car crashed into a parked car and flipped over. Carthage police say that speed is a factor. You cannot drive normal speeds in these conditions. Additionally, when you see an abandoned vehicle wrapped in yellow tape, in the state of Missouri, that means this wreck has been checked, so don't call 911 again. And finally, the biggest challenge you might have is getting out of your own driveway with piles of snow that the plows have built up. In Jasper County, Joplin, I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now.
In Barton County, Missouri, the cities of Lamar, Liberal, and Golden City are all facing similar issues with packed snow still covering many neighborhood roads. Lamar City officials say they're working to get the roads back to normal.
We typically stay to city streets. MoDOT does a great job at taking care of their roadways, which in Lamar would be 12th Street or 160 Highway, and then obviously the interstate and some of the side roads. They do a great job with those, so we tend to stay to the roads owned by the city of Lamar.
MoDOT released on Facebook today that they're working around the clock, but there might be exit ramps and bridges still covered. Information for each of the 4 states in our viewing area. For a full list of closings in the area due to winter weather, just scan this other QR code: school, government, church closings, and more. The QR code will take you straight to the closings page of our website. Once there, you can also find instructions on how to submit other closings. Local plumbers are getting calls about frozen pipes. Those frozen pipes can leave you without water entirely and lead ultimately to costly repairs. In response, experts urge homeowners to take action now to prevent these issues and avoid major damage down the line.
You know, if you don't have any water, you got a frozen pipe. If you've got a broken pipe, then it has frozen. And what the water does is it expands inside the pipe and breaks the pipe.
Blows up all the holes in your crawl space. You can, especially tonight, drip your faucets to keep the water flowing. Open up cabinets below any outside plumbing fixture or any plumbing fixture on an outside wall.
Even if you don't see the damage right away, you might once the temperature rises, so you don't want to wait to take the precautions. These sub-freezing temperatures can pose a risk for humans, but also for that can be dangerous for our furry friends here. The Joplin Humane Society posted pet safety tips saying when temps fall below freezing, pets should be outside for no more than 15 to 30 minutes at a time. Some misconceptions suggest that fur might protect them from issues like hypothermia, but long periods of cold exposure can be dangerous, especially for dogs with short coats. The Labette County Sheriff offers some tips to make sure your pets stay safe during the frigid temps.
Pets can dehydrate just as quick in cold weather with no water as they can in hot weather, and they will get dehydrated. You need to make sure that they have fresh water, that there's no ice on it.
The Labette County Sheriff also recommends a heated water bowl to make sure water bowls stay thawed even during the extreme cold. The cold combined with hazardous road conditions can take a toll on first responders. The treacherous road conditions as well. Once they arrived, firefighters struggled with frozen equipment, making it difficult to fully operate. There are also no fire hydrants in that area. Crews had to rely on a tanker shuttle to battle the blaze. Everyone inside got out safely and no firefighters were injured. The home is a total loss. The cause of that fire is under investigation. Still ahead, boosting your score.
Getting the best rate on a loan depends in large part on your credit score. I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger with tips to help improve your score.
But first, it's phone-free February. How can we limit our screen time and what are the potential benefits? That's just ahead in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, restrictions on abortion are leading to a rise in abortions in the states that protect abortion rights. A study published in JAMA Network showed a 17% increase in abortions in Colorado between 2020 and 2023. Much of that increase is due to people from Texas traveling to Colorado for the procedure after a Texas law banned nearly all abortions there. Women face racial disparities in the care they receive after a mammogram. A study by the University of Washington found among women who got an abnormal screening result during a mammogram, minority groups were less likely than white women to get diagnostic imaging on the same day. You've likely heard of Dry January, but what about Phone-Free February? It's a lesser-known challenge aimed at curbing how much time we spend on our phone. So can we limit our screen time? Kirsten Mitchell shares some tips and looks at the benefits.
At this Minnesota high school, lunchtime didn't always sound like this. That's because these students don't have their phones.
I've noticed people talk a lot more than they used to.
Generally, throughout the day, there's no access to their phone.
They're locked away in a pouch for the entire day.
So then they have possession of their phone, which helps with the phone anxiety.
Well, it's been quite an adjustment, but we're making it through.
Some actually like it.
It's a good breakaway from feeling that you always have to grab your phone.
It's no secret, many of us are glued to our phones.
What's the most popular app right now?
I would say TikTok. Yeah.
For me, Instagram.
Lots of kids report being on their phones almost constantly, and the same is true for many parents.
Jody DeWorkin studies families and technology use. Emerging research shows a possible link between screen time and obesity, mental health issues, and sleep problems.
Does it affect your sleep at all if you're on your phone late?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Screen time could even affect our brains. Research shows excessive screen time can have both short-term and long-term effects, from impairing cognitive abilities like focus and memory to affecting emotional well-being, particularly in young people.
You know, there's no break from that sort of those social pressures and those social relationships that can be really challenging for young people.
Some ways to limit screen time include keeping phones out of the bedroom, implementing screen-free breaks, and practicing mindfulness when with others.
I put my phone down by 10:30, and anything else I do after that is non-phone related.
Any opportunity to stop and reflect on how it's going and what you can do differently seems like a great opportunity.
You can also try to make your phone less appealing, like going into your settings and changing the colors to a grayscale. Kirsten Mitchell, CBS News.
Dworkin's research found people still want to connect in person despite high rates of technology use. She also says when parents can model screen-free time and make it part of the family routine, that helps the children understand that time away from a phone is important. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our Pet Vet On Call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we got a fun fact about bears.
Plus, we have record cold temperatures rolling in tonight. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it's been nice to get some sunshine out there this afternoon after we had mainly cloudy skies during the morning hours, and we still had some flurries kind of spitting across the region. Let's go outside. Here's a nice shot of our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri, snow-packed. Of course, like we have seen, roads are improving, but there's still a lot of slick spots. You can still see range lines not fully clear. Looks pretty good, 69, and then even like 96. A good chunk of that is still snowpacked. So be careful if you are going to be out tonight. Extreme cold warning, meaning it's going to get cold. Temperatures, they're going to drop well below zero. We're going to set some record lows across the region for us tonight. It's 11 in Stockton, 11 in Neosho, 13 Miami, it's 10 in Parsons. Will slide back through the single digits through the evening hours and then drop below freezing, or actually below zero later on tonight. Still kind of a little bit of a breeze. We have north wind kicking in at about 10 to 15. These gusts will come down a little bit as we go into Thursday, but still, when it's this cold, you're still going to have a bit of a breeze out there and a bit of a wind chill. So that means our feels like temperature minus 20 to about minus 23 by morning, and it climbs to about 5-ish as we get into tomorrow afternoon. So Thursday, still a bitterly cold day. Then things start to get better. At least we got the clouds out of here, so pretty much clear skies now. Our storm system already on the eastern seaboard. You can see our jet stream still out of Canada, but a little bit of a ridge is going to push in over the next few days, and that's going to help our temperatures start to warm back up. Not tonight. Minus 8, minus 9, minus 10 in spots. As we get into the noon hour, we should be back to about 7 or 8 degrees, and I think most of us will top out 14, 15, maybe 16 in our southern counties. Bitterly cold again tomorrow night. We'll get some clouds in here. We'll drop back to about 0 to about 2 degrees, and then once we get into Friday afternoon, we do get into the mid to upper 20s, which is going to be nice. It's going to feel balmy compared to what we are seeing right now. And then Friday night, we'll slide back once again upper single digits, but we are starting to step up the scale, heading in the right direction. 7 a.m. minus 4, 12 by noon, high temp, right around 14 degrees. Let's go into the weekend. Gets better. We should break that freezing mark on Saturday, which is great. We are going to have some clouds kind of shooting through. And then by Sunday, we should go mid to upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Looking better. So we are going to go all the way to the opposite spectrum here near 60 on Monday, and we should go into the 60s once we get into Tuesday. So our temperatures looking much, much better. All right, an alert day for us again tomorrow due to the extreme cold. Again, minus 9 tonight, 14 tomorrow, minus 2 tomorrow night, 27 on Friday, 37 Saturday, but 60 on Monday and 62 next Tuesday. So, man, we're going to do about a 75-degree swing here.
60 degrees. Wow, I can hardly wait.
Not bad.
Shorts weather practically. Thanks, Doug. Coming up, is your credit score holding you back? Experts have some tips on what you can do to improve. Topping today's Consumer Watch, President Trump is threatening to impose a 25% tariffs on automobile imports. The president says he'll reveal more on that proposal in early April. The president has already imposed a 25% tariff on all aluminum and steel imports, and he's directed his administration to look into reciprocal taxes to match what other countries impose on U.S. goods. Credit checks are used for everything from opening a credit card to securing a mortgage, and your credit score can not only determine whether or not you get a loan, but also how much it's going to cost you to pay it back. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger looks at how you can improve your score.
When you seek to borrow money, lenders start with an important number, your credit score, which measures your ability to repay a loan and honor your financial commitments. The higher the score, the lower the interest rate charged on everything from a home mortgage to a car loan to a credit card. While there are a lot of different scores out there, the dominant one is from FICO, which ranges from 300 up to 850. The national average is 717. Scores of 740 to 799 are considered very good, and anything over 800 is considered exceptional. FICO scores are based on 5 categories: payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, new credit, and credit mix. If your score has dropped or is low, the easiest way to improve it is to pay your bills on time. Consider enrolling in automatic payments through your credit card and loan providers to avoid being late. You should also try to pay down debt. Keep credit card balances low and don't apply for too many cards, which can actually hurt your score. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Say maintaining a strong credit score is key to securing better loan terms and saving money in the long run. Our Pet Vet on Call up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, giant data centers have brought jobs and needed tax revenue to a lot of towns, so why are some saying enough? Then on KOAM News at 6, a man is in custody accused of attempting to kidnap a newborn baby in Parsons last night. Plus an update on road conditions all across the area, and we're going to look at the efforts of postal workers delivering the mail through these conditions. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Feels kind of like polar bear weather out there. While we're not going to see one of those around here, researchers are increasingly seeing another type of bear that's a little bit of one thing and a little bit of another. Today, our Pet Vet on Call has a fun fact for us about bears.
About 20 years ago, a hybrid bear was documented, and about 15 years ago, it was confirmed with DNA that it is a hybrid of the polar bear and the grizzly bear. They call it a Pizzly bear. There are other names, but that tends to be the most common. Now, sort of thing is done in captivity and in zoos. People do it all the time, like the hybrid doodle mutts that everybody's breeding. But this is done in the wild, in nature. Mother Nature's doing this. And if this keeps up, we're on our way to having a brand new breed of bear.
A Pizzly bear might feel at home here in the 4 states. We invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, to send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here on KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. From the Joplin Humane Society, we've chosen, you can't see it, but it's a Snow White Great Pyrenees. It's an adult male. His name is Buzz Pauldron. Hobbies might or might not include space exploration. And from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, it's a yellow lab, more of the color of a Pizzly bear, really. He's an adult male. His name is Bilbo. If you're looking for a pet, why not check out your local Humane Society? It's cold out there, Doug. It's
yeah,
too cold, dangerously cold.
We're in the single digits right now, and with the clouds that have broken in, that's going to allow our temperatures to really bottom out tonight. I think most of us -8 to about -10 wind chill, about -20 to -25. Only 14 tomorrow, so still another alert day due to extreme cold. -2 tomorrow night. We get above freezing on Saturday.
Won't that be nice? All the way above freezing.
Be great.
We're going to leave you tonight with our Skyview drone footage of sledding in Webb City. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. Stay safe out there, and let's make it a great evening.